Hello. Welcome to my channel. In this lecture, we'll learn how to create rigged character base mesh with skin modifier. You can also watch the video about how to use the skin modifier. Firstly, we need reference images of the character. Let's press numpad 1 and go to front view. Then, press Shift A and add front view reference image. Now, let's go to Object Data Properties menu, disable Perspective View and decrease the opacity value. Let's align the image right in the middle. Then, let's disable the selectable. So, we cannot select this image anymore. Now, let's press numpad 3 to go to right view and add side view reference image. Let's go to front view and add a single vertex. To do this, press Shift A and add a cube object. Press Tab key and go to edit mode. Then, press M key and merge vertices at the center. There we go. We have only one vertex. Now, we need to add mirror modifier. Because we're gonna work symmetrically on the x-axis. Let's go to Modifier menu and add mirror modifier. Then, let's add skin modifier. As you can see, it has created solid cubic object from single vertex. Finally, let's add subdivision surface modifier. Set the number of subdivision to 2. Let's enable the smooth shading option in the skin modifier. Let's press Ctrl A and scale down the vertex. Then, let's press E key and extrude this vertex to hips, then to knee, and to ankle. Press Alt-C to see vertices. Now, let's select the first vertex and extrude to torso. To do that, firstly press E key and then Z key. So, we will lock the extrude to Z axis. Before going on, let's select the first vertex and mark it as root. Because, if our root vertex is in the center, we'll get better symmetry. And it will be our root bone when we create armature with the skin modifier. Now, let's continue to extrude. Extrude to shoulder, then to elbow, and to wrist. Let's extrude to neck, and then to head. Now, let's extrude the foot. Press numpad 3 and switch to side view. Let's select these two vertices, press Ctrl A, and then press X key. So, we can scale only on the x-axis. Now, let's select ankle vertex and scale down it little bit on the y-axis. Let's select the root and torso vertices, and right-click to subdivide. So, we will add new vertex between them. Let's select these three vertices and scale up them little bit. I'm gonna speed up from now on. Please follow me carefully. There we go. We have created the base mesh. Alright. We can add some details to our base mesh with sculpting. But, we need to apply these modifiers before sculpting. Let's go to Object Mode and apply the Mirror modifier firstly. It is very important to apply modifiers from top to bottom. Otherwise, we can meet unexpected results. Before applying the Skin modifier, let's create Armature. There we go. This is one of the best features of the Skin modifier. As you can see, it will add Armature modifier automatically. Let's apply the Skin modifier and finally the Subdivision modifier. Now, let's add Multi-Resolution modifier. So, we can have much more detail for sculpting. Let's subdivide the base mesh 2 times. Let's turn off the optimal display option and turn on the wireframe view. The best feature of the multiers is that we can back to our base mesh level whenever we want. Also, we can set different subdivision levels for sculpting and render. Let's go to sculpting mode and add some detail to our base mesh. There we go. You can add much more detail and make more realistic human character with sculpting. Now, let's go back to layout mode. Hide the armature in the viewport. Go to Viewport Shading menu and select one of them. Let's set the level viewport to 0. As you can see, it is our base mesh. We can come back to our sculpted mesh again. Let's delete Armature modifier and apply the Multiers modifier. Unhide the armature again in the viewport. Now, we want to connect our mesh to armature. To do that, let's select the mesh firstly, then select the armature and press Ctrl P. Go down and select with automatic weights. Now, let's go to pose mode. Select the forearm and press R key. There we go. We can animate our character anymore. We can also display our armature as bones. Let's go back to Object Mode, and then go to Object Data Properties menu. Viewport Display and select the octahedral. There we go. As you can see, our root vertex became root bone. It means other bones comes from this root bone. Their direction and flow hierarchy are determined based on this root bone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.